Welcome to Skypodcast. Watch out for a new episode every Saturday.
Do you ever believe in New Year's resolution?
Shouldn't be a New Year's resolution. It should be like anytime resolution. Again, to me, like it's like you manifest something, but you have to put out that energy to achieve that manifestation.
The energy that you put out really kind of like comes back to you.
Wala nang babies for sure. Last na to.
Okay, 2024.
Happy New Year, everyone. This is the fourth time we started to record this
Third
podcast.
naman.
Third time pala.
Okay.
But
So-
no, this will not be a prediction of how the new year is gonna turn.
No,
It's gonna
do
be a
you-
good year.
Do you believe in that though? Like yung mga first few, like going into the new year, kailangan buksan lahat ng ilaw and nakabukas lahat ng windows and then you wear
I
new
mean,
things.
to a certain extent, I don't really believe it, but I just like to follow that tradition. I feel like it's fun. So, for example, last night, New
Yeah.
Year's Eve, I told the kids, okay, everybody's wearing new clothes. And today,
Yeah.
everybody has to wear new clothes.
Pero ako parang hindi
Tantrum
naman.
sila, ayaw nila, okay lang. Ikaw, I don't even bother changing your wardrobe. Oh,
Yeah.
For the fun of it.
Yeah, I think each and every new year, especially the first, second week of January, parang palagi natin nafe-feel na, I don't know, there's hope in the air.
Parang fresh
Do you
start.
get that?
Lagi.
Yeah, like it's always
Oo.
like, okay, this year, ito na.
Yeah.
Like parang, and I think everybody kind of feels the same way. Like, okay, this year I'm gonna be better at this. I'm gonna do better at this. Like,
Yeah.
It's like a, parang naliligo tayo, nare-refresh tayo ng konti.
Yeah, that's why we have New Year's resolutions, right?
Yeah.
To start the new year fresh and do everything or set goals for the year that we weren't able to accomplish the year before.
Yes.
Yeah. But ako, yung feeling ko this year is, I'm so tired.
New
Well,
Year's-
obviously, I'm pregnant, but parang New Year's fatigue. Ganun ba?
New Year's resolution ni Kryz is last na daw talaga na anak.
Sabi ko, it seems like we have a mating season because all of our babies are born in the May-June time period. So siguro next year, sa time na yon, magta-travel, solo travel na ako. Yeah.
Do you ever believe in New Year's resolution? And have you ever like accomplished it when you had them?
I remember vividly in high school before we were required to like make a list of resolutions, and that's kind of what started the whole thing for me. But it's really hard to keep up with New Year's resolutions. I mean, I don't know. Diba we talked about this before na it shouldn't be a New Year's resolution. It should be like a anytime resolution. Diba?
Kasi
Something like that.
parang dire-diretso na. But, you know, so
What do you mean
we talk,
dire-diretso?
like parang, okay, you're in the middle of the year, but okay, next year na ako mag-diet. Di ba? Parang ganyan. So, we talked about like, dapat gawin mo na that time. Pero, New Year's, I feel, is a different kind of resolution for me. Wherein I kind of like take a step back. Okay, what were the things that I did na hindi ako masyadong, there's things about me that I want to improve. And parang hindi ko masyadong nagawa sa 2023, pero might be something to focus on and do on 2024. Para siyang New Year's resolution, but it's more of, sa akin, is more subtle. Okay, this year I want to be more mindful when it comes to like the little details. Kasi ako hindi ako madetalyado, di ba? I know my worth. Parang ganun. So, yeah.
I feel like with New Year's resolutions, it is a nice push. Like the term New Year or like turning a new leaf or a new year, a new chapter is a nice push for someone that's always wanted to change but has never found like that catalyst. Diba?
I don't know if everybody can relate, pero sa akin kasi, I look at it like a yearly meeting ng company. Di ba pag may yearly meeting kayo, meron kayong, okay, this year, yung goal natin is this much sales. This is what we're going to do for marketing. This is what we're going to do for products. Parang meron kang mga goals.
You know, I noticed that about you because you always tell me, next year, love, next year. Next year's my year. You always tell me that. So I'm like, okay, so it's an annual thing, calendar in your head.
It's always next year is my year.
Yeah, I always say that.
Yeah. Kasi parang, okay, sa 2023, ito yung na-achieve ko. And then once you achieve that, I don't know, my personality is always like, okay, once I'm there, I want to do something more. It's not stressful for me. It's more of like, okay,
And ever evolving,
yeah,
ever growing.
never stop growing, basically, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Ikaw naman.
For me, I don't really look at the new year as a kind of...
Mas chill ka when it comes to
so
these
chill.
types of things.
Maybe it's because I'm pregnant and all of my energy is like focused on baby making. I remember Scotty, funny
Yes,
story. Last night, he was playing and I was sitting down and I'm like, honey, I'm so tired. And he said, Mom, why are you tired? You're just sitting around all day. And I'm like, oh my God, this kid knows what he's talking about. I'm like, my body's busy making a baby, okay?
Yeah, kasi si Scotty the whole day was like running around and then
Very
hindi pa rin siya
playful.
pagod. So, nagulat siya na si Kryz nakaupo lang buong araw.
Yeah. But iba talaga yung energy ng bata. Yung energy ko, feeling ko, enough na yung nagbibigay ako ng positive energy sa mundo. Okay na yun. Yun na yung cap ng energy ko at this point. Do you believe in that though? Like, that the energy
and like,
manifestation,
yes.
like what you think of? Like, for example, you were saying earlier that you have certain goals for the year. And that you keep thinking about manifesting these goals, or like you already think that you can manifest this goal. And that eventually you will.
I really believe that, but I think the belief has to be grounded in reality, and it has to be grounded in a certain frame. Let's say, for example, okay, this year gusto ko ma-promote sa trabaho. So hindi siya imagination lang. Number one, okay, is the position you're in, kaya ba siyang i-promote? Like, nandun ka ba sa position na nakikita ka ng mga boss mo or ano? And ano yung mga tangible steps na pwede mong gawin?
Yeah, what can you do to prove to your boss that you are worthy of promoting?
Yeah.
So like, you have a vision, you want this for yourself, and you're taking active measures to get there. It's not like, I want to be promoted, but I'm just sitting at home doing nothing.
Or gusto ko pasata lang kaysa sabihin ko sa boss ko, boss, I really want to get promoted. Ano bang pwede kong gawin? Which, very impressive yan for an employee to do. Sa akin, like, a few have done that to me, and I've always respected that. And it turns your boss, this is kind of like a hack for people trying to get promoted. It turns your boss into your mentor and your companion in that journey. Because lumapit ka sa kanya boss, pwede mo kong tulungan. Gusto ko sana magiging branch manager, or gusto ko sana ma-promote.
Like, I can do more.
Anong pwede kong gawin?
Yeah.
So your boss is now, okay, this is what you do. Like parang, So I think as long as you have a good boss, parang hindi siya natitreten na kunin mo yung trabaho niya or whatever. Like, I think that's a good way to go about it.
Yeah. That's a really nice energy to put out.
Yeah.
Again, to me, like, it's like you manifest something, but you have to put out that energy to achieve that manifestation. So, like, for example, on the flip side, I know this guy. He's a great guy, but the way he thinks of life is kind of like he wants to be prepared for all situations. So every time we plan something, he's always looking for the holes in that plan.
Okay.
Right? And he's not doing it because he's a negative guy. He just wants to be prepared for the worst case scenario. So little by little, I think the universe kind of, because he keeps attracting, like he keeps thinking about all of these bad things that could happen all the time in every situation. So I feel like the universe can sense that somehow. And in Bisaya ba, he's like, binuangan siya per me. Like he's always being made fun of, or like he's always, Murphy's Law always happens to him. All the bad stuff that he plans for always happens to him. Whereas the people naman in kind of like the same group who don't think about the worst case scenario are always thinking about the positive things, very carefree, nothing bad ever happens to them. So it's kind of like, without realizing that you're manifesting this bad situation, like because you always think of it, that's the energy that you put out. And then that's the energy that gets back to you.
Yes.
But if let's just say we just came from Korea. So let's just say if you go to Korea and know in your heart that you're going to have a great, amazing time, chances are, like, you will, because every time you see something, you're like, oh my God, that's so amazing. Oh my God, that's great. I'm having so much fun. And those are the memories and those are the experiences that you take back home. And that's the feeling that you take back home. Right?
I think it's anything in life, a lot of the things in life is energy.
Yeah.
And it's your energy that you put out into the world and what the world gives back to you, because your energy is kind of like a filter also of the things that you want and the things that you want to come into your life. So if you're attracting these positive energies, you're building the relationships, and parang yun yung magiging formula ng buhay mo, and yun yung magiging parang everything that you have ever thought of and all the energies that you've ever put out put you in where you are right now. Barring any unfortunate events or hindi naman lahat puro energy lang. I truly feel like your mindset when it comes to relationships, your mindset when it comes to work and health and spirituality,
affect everything around
yun
you.
yung makikita mo na result of the life around you.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That's really
again,
true. That's really true. I know this girl that she's so smiley, she's so positive all the time. And to me, being around her, nahahawa ako sa energy niya. Diba? Like, it's very happy, it's very positive. And on the flip side, I know also someone na lagi nakasimangot. Diba? So parang, ayoko rin siya makasama kasi nasa-stress ako na tumitingin lang ako sa mukha niya, na-stress na ako. You attract or nahahawa ka sa energy that you're surrounded with. And the people around you are also affected by your energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've all known people that we've traveled with or we spent a long time together na parang makikita natin na lahat na lang ng bawat kilos reklamo. Bawat nakikita
Stress.
problema, ganyan. Because that's a filter that they're operating with. I noticed this na, alam mo yung sa construction kasi may mga plans na pinapacheck, may mga contracts na pinapacheck. So pag binigay mo siya at pinapacheck mo, meron at meron talagang nagko-comment. Kasi parang yung insinuation of that is may malito, paki-check.
Yeah.
So even if it's like a perfect contract or like for the artists out there, like a good video edit, a good painting. But if you ask someone to like, can you criticize my work? Meron at meron talaga, hahanapin mo talaga.
Yeah.
It's like the example that I was saying na, in this room, there's probably not a lot of red colors. But if I were to tell you to look for particular red colors, ang dami mong makikita.
Yes.
So it's kind of like that. The energy that you put out really kind of like comes back to you.
Super.
Parang umikot lang siya.
Super. And I guess for 2024, that's what I have to keep in mind because what I realized about myself last year, especially in the latter part of the year where it was just getting so busy and hectic. Diba, lagi kong sinasabi sa'yo, mag-retire na ako, ayoko na, sobrang stress. Parang napansin ko na compared to the years prior, like I'm spending less time with the kids because I'm so focused on my work.
Yeah.
And when the kids come to me, instead of me feeling happy na, oh, sige, let's play middle of the day, which I could do before, now I'm stressed out because they're coming to me and I have to finish something for work and I have a deadline.
Yeah.
Right? And so the energy that I'm giving to them is not an energy that I want to receive. Right? And I told Scotty yesterday that, today, he was saying Happy New Year to our relatives. And I told him, Scotty, look at them in the eye when they're talking to you. And he wouldn't. And he kind of took him like 3 times of me saying it for him to actually look them in the eye. And then he realized, oh my God, because that's what I do. And he follows everything that I do. And sometimes when he's talking to me and I'm working, I'm answering him, but I'm looking at the computer screen. So I'm not setting a very good example for him. And I'm telling him to do something that I'm not even practicing.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to be mindful for 2024 to, I don't know, I guess be able to balance things more or like maybe get an office so that I can really separate work and play, you know?
Yeah, but you have to give yourself some slack also because the 2021, 2020,
Yes, exactly.
iba naman din yun.
It was
When it comes to work, pandemic, ganyan.
We didn't have a lot of work come in, so we could spend more time with the kids.
Oh, and every time we look at the past, we always look at it with rose-colored glasses. Always nakikita natin yung mga 10 years ago or even just 2 years ago, like parang mga photos, it's always nostalgic and it was always like, ang ganda ng time na yun. Kasi nakakalimutan mo na lahat ng mga dinaanan natin.
Meron at meron mga problems. But I think it's also nice to look at it at rose-colored lenses because, you know, you romanticize the past and then you look back at your life na, oh, masaya yung life mo kaysa you remember all those bad moments.
Ako, mas nasasad ako.
Why?
Masasad ako because like parang, if I look at it, like, oh, it used to be sa past ganito. Tas ngayon, mas miserable ako. Yung parang, hindi siya, it's not nice for me.
I don't feel like I'm miserable now. It's just more of an introspective thing. Okay, these are the things that I could improve in my life right now.
Yeah.
It's not really like, oh, I'm such a crappy mother now because I used to do this. Di naman ganon.
Yeah, pero maganda din yung sa'yo, love. Because you always, your perception, I think this goes for both of us, is always when there's a problem,
what did I do to cause it?
para mas introspective tayo and yung energy natin is to kind of like not
Fix.
Yeah, it's to fix it. It's not like to ganyan talaga. Or we don't, yes, we complain about it, but hindi siya yung we dwell upon it and then it's like slowly eating you up. It's like, nakikita ko that you're actually doing certain things to actually parang bumawi or improve. Sa akin nga, napansin ko na, okay, even when I'm not at work, palagi akong, like, I'm always so kind of like,
Thinking about work.
hindi naman siya thinking about work, but I'm always thinking about doing something. Like, hindi restless ako. So, like, I haven't told you this, but for the past 2 weeks, even before the new year, parang, I've started to do meditations. Back ulit, like, parang, I need to be yung parang a little bit more grounded and a little bit more intentional with the things that I'm doing. So I noticed this about us is that we don't let it slide, especially if we feel like what's important. It's a good thing then to think about kung ano yung sa inyo na gusto nyong magiging
Mag-improve.
important. Oo, kasi lahat tayo iba't ibang goals.
I think more than resolutions, I think the end of the year and the start of a new year is a great time for us to reflect on the things that we are not so happy with about ourselves, things that we can improve, and then think about how we can, improve them in the next year. I just want to say one more thing that I feel like I've been doing a lot the past year. Maybe also because of the content I consume, or maybe also because of the people that I surround myself with. Like, for example, when we went to Korea, it was fun, but also challenging because, 2 kids, I was pregnant, it was
And
cold.
sobrang lamig.
Yeah, they were wearing 5 layers, and then every time they have to pee, I have to carry them. I can't carry them. I'm pregnant, all of these things. But a lot of my friends in the same circle as us were traveling also, and it was like a mommy group, and everybody was just complaining about how hard it is to travel with kids.
Yeah.
And like you get sucked into that loop, right? You're like, it's so tiring, it's so tiring. So when people ask me about how was your trip, first thing that pops in my head is it's so tiring. But it really wasn't. I mean, it was, but it was more fun.
I think it's,
You know
again,
what I
with the
mean?
filter that you look at it. Diba, ang palagi ko sinasabi like, during the trip was like, whenever we have a vacation with the kids, we don't think of it as our vacation. And just by operating on that filter, like this vacation is a for them vacation.
Yeah.
It's for them to spend time with us, for them to experience new things. And it's not for us to go shopping. It's not for us to do anything
Kasi parang
else.
nasa-stress tayo na hindi tayo nakakagawa ng mga things that we usually do when we travel. Like, hindi tayo nakaka-coffee na matagal, hindi tayo nakaka-shopping, hindi tayo nakaka-date.
Wala tayong quiet moments.
Walang quiet moments, ang ingay palagi, walang tulog, all of these things. But if you think about it na, hey, this is such a special moment for them.
Yes.
Then you don't have to do all of these other
them
things.
Na
Yeah.
parang tayo lang are just the, like, to make it reality for them. Yeah. So parang nagbabago yung mindset natin when it comes to that. And I think that goes for a lot of things in life.
Yeah. So yun na nga, feeling ko really end of the year is about reflections, being more introspective, and thinking about what we really want for the next year.
So ano ba talaga yung gusto mo for the next year?
Wala nang babies for sure. Last na to. No, I really
Boy
want...
or girl?
I really want a healthy baby. Baby girl only because I really want to see Scotty's happiness. He's gonna be so happy if it's a girl. And obviously I want to see you as a girl dad. But I keep telling everyone, like, man, if it were up to me, I'd choose another boy. Expert na ako sa boys. Alam ko na. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't have to buy anything
any
new.
blessings. As long as it's healthy, okay na. Okay na ako.
Yeah.
But ano yung resolution mo, love?
Resolution is to give more positive energy to myself and to my children and to the world. That's it.
Wow! Miss Universe na Miss Universe.
With a heart. Oh.
Okay, sige. So,
Happy New Year, guys. And we will see you in the next one.